Good evening, students. This evening we are going to look into the next set of questions, and we will continue to solve those MCQs, and sufficient theoretical background has been already given. I hope you students went through the theoretical part. We shall go to the question for the day. Equation of an ellipse whose eccentricity is 1 by 2. And so the given, whatever clues are given, let me write. The eccentricity is half. The vertices are 4, 0 and 10, 0. What we mean is the vertices of the ellipse, that is A and A dash. So 4, 0 and 10, 0. They happen to be the vertices. By geometry of the ellipse, we know the center is the mean point of the two vertices, A as well as A dash. In any case, the length of major axis matters for us. So quickly let us discover the length of major axis. The length of major axis, you know, it is twice A, and it is simply obtained by subtracting, or I can say the difference of x2 and x1, which is 10 and 4. So which is the number 6, and A therefore 3, and A square becomes 9. Why do we need A square? To calculate or to get the value of B squared connected with E. Let us connect it with E. E square is 1 minus of B square over A square. In other words, I can say B squared by 9 happens to be 1 minus, I am squaring the eccentricity and writing over here, you get 1 minus 1 by 4. Therefore, B square by 9 gives 3 by 4, which means B square should be 27 over 4. B square value we obtained. Now it's a matter of writing equation of ellipse. So when we go for equation of the ellipse, we need the center. That's why I was discussing the center, which is the midpoint of these two. So which is 10 plus 4 divided by 2, 0. So I can say the center happens to be 7, 0. So which means this is what we will be using as h and k. By the shifted ellipse equation, we know instead of x square by A square, you will be presenting x minus h whole square by A square. So I have to write x minus 7 whole square by 9 plus y minus 0. So y squared by B square happens to be 27 by 4. The 4 flips over to the numerator, and the result on the RHS is 1. Let us simplify. Multiply by 27 throughout. I get 3 times of x minus 7 the whole square, okay, plus simply 4 times y square RHS, 1 time 27, the answer is 27. So I get 3 times of x square minus of 14x plus 49 plus 4y square 27. By bringing it to LHS, I get this expression. Let us go ahead and simplify. Okay, 3x square, you can check with the options available. 3x square plus 4 times of y square. Now 3x square plus 4y square, it is available in all the options. So what else is the deciding factor? Is it the x term deciding factor? Minus 42x. Minus 42x also available in options A and D. Then what else is the deciding factor? The constant. So we have to work out the constant. 49 times 3, which gives 147. So you get a positive constant. 147 minus 27 makes 120, the constant term. So option 1 plus 120, option 1, or I can say the A option gives the exact answer for the question. So I hope the students are very clear. The center of the ellipse is the midpoint between the two vertices. So that is one thing. And remember the equation, how the modified or shifted ellipse equation to be presented. X minus h whole square by a square, y minus k the whole square by b squared equal to 1. And from the vertices, what we got was length of major axis, and with the help of eccentricity we are able to get the other value b squared, which is square of the semi minor axis. Okay, thank you. We'll proceed to the next question. The next question is visible to you. The length of the axis, or that is the question. The equation of the ellipse is given. It says simply conic, but you know 9x square plus 4y square definitely denotes an ellipse because of the sign existing in between the x squared term and y squared term. The length of the axis of the conic. So which means we need to bring it to the standard form. Am I right? The 9x square plus 4y squared negative 6x, and the y term positive 4y plus 1 plus 4y 1 is equal to 0. Let me collect x terms together by taking the coefficient of x squared as a common factor out. 9 is taken common factor out. And then negative 6x. So by dividing by 9, 6 by 9, you know it is negative 2 by 3 x. And then I essentially leave a space and then close the bracket. Take 4 common factor between the y terms. What I get is y squared plus y, and as earlier leave a space and complete the parenthesis. The one constant is moved to the RHS. Now to complete the square in the first parenthesis, I have to add a suitable constant. The suitable constant is obtained by half times the new coefficient of x, which is minus 1 by 3, and squaring the 1 by 3, what I get is 1 by 9. And similarly, squaring half the coefficient of y 1, half of that is 1 by 2, squaring it gives 1 by 4. So which means on the RHS I have to balance. Here in effect what we added is 9 times 1 by 9, which means I have added 1 effectively. So in the second parenthesis I have added 4 times 1 by 4, which means again I have effectively added 1. So I am adding 1 again in the RHS. So the RHS has become 1. In the LHS what you have now is x minus of 1 by 3 the whole square and plus 4 times of y plus 1 by 2 the whole square. So this is the completed square format of the given equation. Now let us put it in proper form. Well, students, are you wondering where is a square? It is very much here. 9 in numerator. 9 in numerator has to be written as 1 by 9. Y plus 1 by 2 the whole square divided by 1 by 4. 1 by 4. Now it is in a proper standard form or of the shifted ellipse. The ellipse having center at some other point other than the origin. The center point is 1 by 3 comma negative 1 by 2. Well, what is the question now for us? You have to find out the length of the axis. Yes, which is found. Now again students have a small challenge. 1 by 4 is larger than 1 by 9. So you should understand a square is 1 by 4. Gives you the answer, therefore, a is 1 by 2. So there is only one option for you, which means length of major axis 2a happens to be 1. Any option giving you the length of major axis as 1, it is not in A, it is not in B or D, it is in C. Length of major axis 2a, which is 1. The other one is trivial, you can always understand. B is 2 by 3. Anyway, B square happens to be 1 by 9. B 1 by 3. So the length of minor axis 2b is 2 by 3. That confirms the correct option is the option C. Beyond doubt it is confirmed. Okay. So there is, what is it you have to correct? Make sure the fractions, it is in fraction format. So a square has to be bigger than b square. That is the property of ellipse. So 1 by 4 plays the role of a square and not 1 by 9. Clear. Let's move on to the next question. The equation of the ellipse whose one focus is at 4, 0. One focus, one of the focus. So I assume it as focus 1. I am not sure. But what I am sure is the number 4 gives me the value of the C. And what is C? Students know root of a square minus b square. That value is C. Eccentricity is 4 by 5. Eccentricity happens to be 4 by 5. Now the options are readily available. So because it is an MCQ, you are on MCQ session, we need not go for complete solution of the question. What we can do, look into the option, what are the options available, you can see, and try to find out which option gives the exact a square minus b square as 4. C is 4 and it is root of a square minus b square. So we can check option A. What is option A? The a square value 5 square and b square value 3 square. Yeah, it is 4 because 25 minus 9 under root gives root of 16 and that makes 4. In the case of option B also you are getting C value 4. In the case of option C, you are not getting C equal to 4, you are getting C is 3. And the same thing will happen in D also. So now your confusion is between option A and B. Well, option A has the x square, let me just for the sake of writing 3 square, it is 9, y square by 5 square is 25. So when I say a square minus b square, you are sure that the a square is in denominator of y square, which means this is not the ellipse with major axis parallel to x-axis or along the x-axis. This has major axis along the y-axis, and even though you are getting a squared minus b squared is 16 and the c value gives 4, the focus is still not 4 comma 0. In this case, the focus is 0 comma 4, because the focus is aligned on y-axis, it is 0 comma 4. So then option A is, I should say, not your answer. So then we discuss option B. What is option B? You have the major axis x square by 25, yes, and y square by 3 square makes 9. So that confirms C value is 4, and because the larger number a square 25 is under denominator of x square, we are able to say the ellipse is aligned along the major axis of ellipse is aligned along x-axis, and therefore C value is 4 and focus is 4 comma 0 also. Okay, so we are able to freeze our answer at option B. Thank you, students. Now we will end this session. I will meet you in a fresh session with a fresh set of questions. Thank you.